My boyfriend told his side piece I was exhausting, so I showed him what exhausting really looked like. I've always dated guys who couldn't keep up with me, literally. So when Jake approached me at the gym, all 6'2" of him in compression gear talking about his morning 10Ks and weekend warrior lifestyle, I actually felt my heart skip. Finally, someone who'd understand why I set 6 alarms for sunrise runs, who wouldn't judge my freezer full of meal prep, who could maybe even join me on the trails. Spoiler alert, those abs were purely decorative. It started small. I'd invite him on morning runs and he'd say his knee hurt. I'd suggest hiking, but he'd claim he needed to recover from the gym. The gym he went to twice a month maximum. By month 3, he'd stopped pretending entirely. I'd lace up my trail runners and he'd pat my ass and say, "Have fun playing mountain goat, babe." Then he started making it personal. When I meal prepped on Sundays, he'd order pizza and wave it in my face. "Life's too short to eat sad chicken," he'd say with grease on his chin. And when I signed up for my first ultramarathon, he laughed and said, "You know that's not normal, right? Like, psychologically?" The worst part is he'd brag to his friends about dating a fitness chick while telling me I was a little obsessed. He'd show them my race photos but roll his eyes when I talked about training. He even started calling me Energizer Bunny in that voice. You know the one. The kind that makes a nickname feel like an insult. But I could handle the mockery. What I couldn't handle was the lying. 3 months ago, I was halfway up a mountain when my friend Sarah texted, "Isn't that Jake at Brendan's bar?" I'd specifically asked him to come with me that morning, but he'd said his back hurt and needed to rest for the big game later. Sarah sent a photo of Jake, his ex-girlfriend Emma, and her yoga instructor friends doing shots. They looked